One Piece, 10 Ways Luffy Ruined His Likability. Luffy has the classic shonen protagonist traits of kindness, bravery, and heart, but that doesn't exempt him from having done some unlikable things. Monkey D. Luffy is the protagonist of Eiichiro Oda's One Piece series where he aims to become the king of the pirates. Luffy is quite an incredible pirate with the kindest of hearts, as has been displayed on countless occasions throughout the series. Although he's a pirate, he's saved numerous people from tyranny and stood up against those who would harm his friends. But Luffy is still a complex character, and at times does things that affect his likability negatively. After all, no character in Oda's story is without a few flaws. 10. Luffy is far too careless at times despite being capable. Luffy is an incredible pirate who has achieved great infamy during his years on the seas. But despite his prowess, he is way too careless at times. This has been seen quite often throughout the story but was very apparent in the Punk Hazard arc where he lost to Caesar Clown. Lamenting this and his own weakness, Zoro asked Luffy to get a grip on himself and not underestimate anyone in the New World. Thankfully, Luffy has always stepped up when it really mattered. 9. Luffy doesn't listen to any plans and frustrates others around him. Luffy is not one to be interested in planning his way through a situation. Instead, he almost always charges headfirst and figures things out on the go. Although this works out for him almost all the time, it frustrates those around him quite often. The likes of Nami and Sanji are often left hanging when the crew is planning something. Recently, Trafalgar Law has seen countless plans of his get wasted in a similar manner, simply because Luffy is too impatient to listen to any instruction. 8. Luffy doesn't think about the consequences of his actions. Luffy is often considered to be like a child in terms of personality. At times, he'll sacrifice himself for those he loves. And at others, his anger will get the better of him and he'll act on it immediately. This has been seen plenty of times in the story, such as in Sabaody Archipelago, where his actions led to the crew being decimated. In Wano Country, Luffy attacked Kaido out of fury and ended up falling to him in just a single strike of Kaido's Kanabo. 7. Luffy is easy to manipulate and gets caught in stupid traps. Luffy's simple nature means that he's very easy to manipulate. He often gets caught in traps that others would consider foolish or obvious. A good example of this was during Little Garden with Miss Golden Week. Roronoa Zoro also pointed this out during the Thriller Bark arc of the story and claimed not everything should be left up to Luffy because of his inability to deal with such traps. 6. Luffy underestimates his opponents at times. One of Luffy's biggest habits is to underestimate those he fights against. During the Alabasta arc, Luffy fell to Crocodile quite easily and would have died had Nico Robin not helped him. During his mission to rescue Sanji from the Big Mom pirates, he clashed with the Yonko despite knowing that he stood no chance against her. This often causes trouble for those around Luffy, just as it did for Sanji and Reiju during the whole Cake Island arc, putting them in harm's way along with him. 5. Luffy is very stubborn and fought Zoro on Whiskey Peak. Luffy seldom listens to anyone once he's made up his mind, and while that is beneficial for the crew at times, it is very annoying to deal with at others. A prime example of this was on Whiskey Peak, where Zoro took down 100 bounty hunters who had initially posed as the friends of the Straw Hat Pirates. Not realizing the bounty hunters' true nature, Luffy decided to fight Zoro and punish him for cutting them down. Although Zoro tried to reason with him to the best of his ability, Luffy refused to listen to even a single word and attempted to kill him. 4. Luffy is very greedy when it comes to food. Luffy is the kind of person who would die for his comrades, but he is almost never willing to share his food with them. According to Luffy, that would make him a hero, which he doesn't consider himself to be. Not only does Luffy refuse to share his own food, he also steals food from others' plates, frustrating them along with Sanji, the crew's cook. Only on rare occasions has Luffy shared his food, such as when he traveled with Boa Hancock to the Great Prison, Impel Down. 3. Luffy is very selfish at times and often decides for others. Luffy is selfless when his friends are in danger and would go to any lengths to save them, as seen when he put his body on the line to rescue Nico Robin from the world government. His attempt to save Ace saw him hurt his body tremendously and even lose years' worth of lifespan. However, Luffy is also very selfish when it comes to adventure. He never listens to the opinion of those around him and puts himself above everyone else in this case. His entire crew is aware of this and has grown used to this behavior over the years. 2. Luffy often gets annoyed at kids around him. One of Luffy's biggest personality traits is being painfully blunt. While this works in his favor at times, at others, it hurts those around him. Especially when he's in the company of kids. During the Fishman Island arc, Luffy's blunt response to Shirahoshi made her cry. He proceeded to get annoyed at the fact that she cried instead of apologizing for hurting her feelings. Throughout the Four Emperors saga, Luffy has treated Momonosuke in a similar manner, often calling him weak and a crybaby despite the boy being just 8 years old and having undergone severe trauma. 1. Luffy has freed thousands of pirates from Impel Down. Luffy is first and foremost a pirate, and he has never claimed to be a hero. Just like every other pirate in One Piece, he has done things that aren't justifiable. Perhaps the biggest of them all is Luffy freeing countless pirates from Impel Down just so he could save his brother. The criminals Luffy freed went on to commit atrocious crimes across the world. Despite being an incredibly kind person, Luffy has a side that people can dislike, but that's what makes him a pirate in the first place.